Hi there. That was me on the video. I just decided to get a jump start this morning on my challenge, 275 stairs climbed. For those who don't know me, I'm Glenda Testone, the Executive Director of the Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, and Transgender Community Center. I am so excited to have so many people participating in today's 275 challenge. It's been 18 weeks since we closed our physical space back in March due to COVID-19 and moved all of our services online. Some of those weeks have been harder than others, but we're getting through as a community. Thousands of people have relied on us for all of our remote services. They call or chat via our website to get connected to the support they urgently need. They're reaching out for help, for counseling, for at-home HIV tests, for substance use treatment services, for health insurance, and most of all, for connection to community. We serve hundreds of people each week right now virtually, and the demand for our services has only increased. And you all are here to make it possible for us to meet that demand. The funds you raise for the 275 challenge ensure that we can continue to provide the services that some of the most vulnerable members of the LGBTQ community need right now. We have a lot of people participating today who are part of our annual Cycle for the Cause event. And while we had to cancel this year's 3-day bike ride from Boston to New York, we are thrilled to have our Cycle family with us, along with hundreds of new participants taking today's challenge to support our work. The bottom line is we asked for your help, you heard us, and you sprung into action. We are so grateful, and we know that today will be amazing. I'm going to turn it over to David, our Cycle for the Cause manager, to give us some tips for today's event.
Thanks so much, Glenda, and great job on those stairs. What else do you have planned for today?
Well, I'm going to keep it moving for 275 minutes, David. Wish me luck.
Awesome, you're going to do great, Glenda. So hi, everyone. I'm David, the Cycle for the Cause manager / 275 challenge manager. It's such a thrill that the 275 challenge is finally upon us. We're just blown away by the outpouring of support for today and the creativity you have shown in putting together your challenges. A few reminders. If you haven't already, please be sure to follow us at Cycle for the Cause and at LGBT Center NYC on social media. And throughout the day, tag us and use hashtag 275challenge. Now, I want you to get your phone if you haven't already signed up for our text alerts. It's not too late to opt in. All you need to do is text challenge20 to 97779. We'll be using text throughout the day for some virtual rest stops so you have a break to hydrate and fuel up and to share some fun content from your fellow participants. If you're doing today's challenge on the Peloton schedule, be sure to use the hashtag 275challenge tag on your Peloton profile so you can all ride together. Don't forget to thank folks who donate to you today. Your friends will love getting shout outs, whether you are live streaming or just giving them a high five on Instagram or Facebook. Finally, we're giving everyone a break from 1:05 to 2 p.m. to shower, eat, and get ready for our closing ceremony. We'll be back here on the center's YouTube channel, so be sure to check your email or text messages for that link and come back when you are ready. And now, by popular demand, to avoid injuries, let's turn to Team Eagle member Ken Berkeley to lead us in a few stretches. Take it away, Ken.
Thanks, David. Ken Berkeley here for the warm-up for the Cycle for the Cause 2020 275 challenge. Whether you're home on your stationary bike or actually getting on the road this year, I'm going to take you through a few stretches to get you warmed up for your ride. First, you want to just do a basic mobility warm-up to get the blood flow going, swinging the arms, get the joint mobilization going. Each exercise should last about 15 to 30 seconds per movement. You want to warm up your wrists because you're going to be on your bars the whole time, or if you're on your computer, you have to warm up your wrists doing that as well. Neck stretch, sides, sides, front, and turning so you can look over your shoulder for oncoming traffic and people not passing you. You can stretch your chest here, 3 to 5 seconds. Opening up, working down your body. You can warm up your lower back with some cat and camel movements, stretching that lower back. Basic hip mobility, getting the synovial fluids in your hips moving, taking it front and side. Very important, your TFL that runs into your IT band. You can set one foot in front, the side that you're stretching is behind, and you just want to sink into that hip and get that IT band warmed up and stretched. From there, continuing down your body, you can work your quads. So you're going to pull that heel all the way to your glute, press your hip forward, and you want to keep your knee in line with the other knee, not out in front. So it pulls here, and then from there, tighten up through your abdominals. And those you may want to do a couple of times, and you can also do these while you're taking breaks during your 4-hour ride, as well as your calf stretch with a straight leg. And you're going to hold that as well as with a bent leg. So when you're riding, your knee is always slightly bent. It's the stretch here with your heel down and your knee forward that's going to stretch your soleus, which is really, really important. And then still mobility, mobility, mobility. And I am going to be joining you actually on the road, riding with Team Eagle with my whip. If I see you, you may hear that crack of the whip. And make sure that you reach out to all of your friends and family to donate. Donate, donate. The center needs your help. We're all doing this together, and see you out there.
The community around Cycle for the Cause is amazing. The people you meet are inspiring.
The family feeling of it all is always so amazing.
And the community is tight, and it's actually encased safely within that weekend where everyone is allowed to be fully themselves.
Like, everyone has a very different connection to the center, but they all funnel into one place, this amazing organization that helps the community in so many different ways. HIV/AIDS is probably what they're known for, but then you learn about the youth program, and you learn about how they help people with SNAP, group therapy, couples therapy, substance abuse therapy, and insurance.
When I did the first ride, at that time, I didn't have coverage for anything having to do with HIV. So I turned to the center, and they took me into their community health project program and gave me all the healthcare I needed to get through the ride safely.
None of those needs went away when the pandemic happened. In fact, a lot of them intensified.
Thank you for calling the center. How may I help you?
At the start of COVID, no one really knew what to do. Everyone was afraid that they were going to get sick. And there was the loss of income. Then you combine that with the isolation. Some people might not have been staying in homes that were friendly or that they felt they could be their authentic selves in.
People needed the support of the center more than ever.
The center, through the pandemic, has taken all of its services virtually online. They're providing services to more people than they were prior to the pandemic.
When COVID first hit, there was clearly going to be a funding gap. All of these opportunities where the center would normally raise the money that they need to keep their services going have vanished.
As a result, the 275 challenge becomes that much more important. We rely on these events to provide these programs.
Doing the 275 challenge is really about keeping that in place and making sure that it's there for the next person.
Every dollar makes a difference right now. It's also about the community that you build.
Even though we're remote, we're still connected.
We're all going to be doing different things, cycling, baking, but we're still going to be connected via social media, via Zoom.
And also for those of us who are riding, knowing that while we're out on the road on the 18, there are going to be hundreds of other people pedaling somewhere. And
In different places, different spaces, but still connected.
it's a really meaningful event, and it's going to be a fun day.
Thank you, Ken, Claire, Tom, and Cal. Before we all hit the road or the treadmill or start sewing, I want to thank the many companies who made today possible. Thank you for your unwavering support of the center. A special thank you to our longtime official health partner, Lenox Hill Greenwich Village. Thank you and the entire Northwell Health family for all you have done during this pandemic. We appreciate you so much. Now, before we start, we want to take a moment to think about why we are doing this. For all those we have lost to HIV and AIDS, to those who are impacted by oppression because of their LGBTQ identity, those who we lost due to COVID-19, those who experience systemic racism every day, and finally, for anyone who simply needs a helping hand. All of you, wherever you are, whether this is your first time embarking on a challenge like this or your 20th, today is about you. Thank you. You have committed to do something huge, helping the center provide vital services for LGBTQ people. The money you raise is going to directly ensure that we can continue to be a lifeline of support for LGBTQ people right now and when the COVID pandemic is over and we can gather again in person. You are helping bring the community together for counseling, groups, advocacy, and celebration. This pandemic has separated us physically, but we are still a community, even when we're apart. Today, together, we can make it through anything. Okay, now let's get those bikes, tighten those laces, turn on those ovens, get that needle threaded, and everyone together. Ready, set, go!